Let's go. Come on.
Don't touch me. Don't
Sit down. All right.
Don't touch me right now.
Stop.
Yo, are you
Stop. You're not leaving. I already told you several times you're going to be
What did I do?
detained.
What did I do? What did I do?
Stop. What are you
My
doing?
kids need their key. They
Okay.
gotta go home.
Everything on you stays on you until we
Oh, my
search you.
boys. Take me in the car. Take me.
On February 14th, 2020, officers responded to a call from a car garage about an intoxicated individual who had passed out on the ground. What seemed like a simple welfare check quickly turned into something far more complicated when they realized it involved a couple.
Like, are you guys in a relationship or is she just a friend?
Friend.
Okay. So what happened? What happened to her?
My car was right here. I put it in the parking. My car is gone. So I'm trying to.
Your car's gone?
Why my
What car do you drive? And you're positive it was this parking lot?
Yes.
What's her name?
Hello.
Okay, what's your name? Do you have ID on you?
Kevin.
Do you have ID on you?
Yes.
Can you hand it to me?
No.
What was that?
No.
Why not?
Can you ask me why?
Can you sit up? Hey, can you sit up? Is she just drunk? Did she take any drugs?
She's drunk. I was literally like, I parked my car. I put my thing.
Did she take any drugs tonight?
Now it's like my car's gone.
She's not in trouble if you say yes, but did she take any drugs tonight?
I don't know. My car is gone.
Okay.
Cases like this are a clear reminder of why people need to be mindful of what they take and how far they go with it. From what we could see, they had both taken in more than they could handle, and it showed in every part of their behavior. He could barely keep track of what was happening, and she was completely passed out on the ground. That alone already tells you how serious the level of intoxication was. Now take a moment and think about it. They were in that condition and still had intentions of driving. That is where the real danger comes in. It is no longer just about them. It becomes about everyone else on the road.
Right here.
What car do you drive?
Chevy Cruze 2014.
What color?
Black.
Okay.
I legit 1907. Like I can show you the right here. 1907. I was trying to get 54B SOB. I don't know if they towed it. Why would they tow it?
How long has it been parked here?
I paid for like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Okay.
I'm maybe like 20 minutes past that.
Okay.
At this point, things became even more confusing. He claimed he had paid for parking for a certain amount of time, but when you look at the timeline, it did not add up. He mentioned parking earlier, yet the time had gone far beyond what he paid for. Now, normally, in situations like this, garages have procedures. There are notices, time limits, and sometimes penalties if a vehicle overstays. It is not something that just happens suddenly without any form of indication. What stood out even more was his focus. Instead of being concerned about her lying on the ground, he was more focused on where his car was. Just as officers were trying to piece things together, she regained consciousness, and that is where the situation took another turn.
No, I don't. I've been to the hospital before. I've been through this shit, bro. I've been through this shit before.
Okay.
Alright?
So here's your option. Find a friend to come get you. Because you're intoxicated, you're passed out in the parking lot.
Okay, well, my friend, I just told him to off.
Okay, call a friend to have him come here. Well, then your options go in the hospital.
Why am I leaking out right now?
No, I think you peed. Yeah.
Just stay on the ground for a second.
Stay on the ground.
You don't need to get
Why
up.
am I leaking out my back?
Because you probably,
right now?
I think you peed. Or maybe it is your bag. I didn't. You did.
From the moment she began to speak, it became clear that this was not her first time being in a situation like this. Now, instead of recognizing that she needed help, she turned her frustration toward the very people who came to assist her. Emergency responders were there to make sure she was safe, but she was not cooperating. This is where poor decisions begin to stack up. When someone refuses help in a vulnerable state, it only makes things harder for everyone involved. Just when officers were trying to stabilize the situation, she revealed something that gave more context to everything.
At the end of the day, you're gonna take me where you're gonna take me. Because that's what you want to do. You want your money. Leave me alone. Everyone leave me alone right now. Just back up. Just back up. Just back up. I have too many people on me right now. I have really bad anxiety. Alright? And when I have people on me, I don't like it. I don't like when people on me.
She mentioned having been under the Baker Act before, and that detail carries weight. The Baker Act allows individuals to be taken in for mental health evaluation if they are considered a danger to themselves or others. It is not something that happens casually. So hearing that she had been through that process before suggests there had been serious concerns in the past. Now, instead of taking that as a turning point to improve, she was back in a similar situation again. Saying she had anxiety and asking everyone to leave her alone did not solve anything. At this point, officers had been patient, but what she did next crossed a line they could not ignore, and that led to what followed.
Touch! I said I don't want to be f***ing touched!
What happened? Take a seat over there. Just take a seat over there.
You! And I'm never gonna talk to you again! You're a bitch ass!
It doesn't matter. Whichever.
Yeah!
One of you guys come
Did she hit you or who was it?
No, I didn't hit anybody. I didn't hit anybody. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my face.
When officers decided to move her for her own safety, it was not punishment, it was protection. In situations like this, leaving someone in that state on the ground is not an option. Moving her to the ambulance was the safest step, but instead of cooperating, she became physical. Striking an officer changed everything instantly. When officers decided to move her for her own safety, it was not punishment, it was protection. In situations like this, leaving someone in that state on the ground is not an option. Moving her to the ambulance was the safest step, but instead of cooperating, she became physical. Striking an officer changed everything instantly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. In our next case, a woman chose to cause chaos at the park, and the situation ended badly.
Stop.
Yo, are you
Stop. You're not leaving. I already told you several times you're going to be the
What did I do?
Stop.
What did I do?
Stop.
What did I do?
Stop. What are you doing?
Give me the key.
Okay.
I gotta go home.
Everything on you stays on you until we
Oh, my
search you.
boys. Take me in the car. Take me.
On April 19, 2025, officers responded to a call from a park involving a dispute between families. What started as a simple disagreement quickly turned into a physical altercation that required police involvement.
I'm a little shaken up trying to calm her down. Was I sitting, she's on the chair with the baby. Her and my daughter was sitting on the thing. She was sitting on the swing for a long time. This lady right here in the green and the blue little garment thingy. Okay. She was sitting there for a long time. So my wife went over to sit next to her, started swinging, and she was swinging normally, you know what I'm saying? And then her daughter came over to broke her arm, and she said, my wife's over there swinging where her daughter was. She's swinging kind of, fast, because it's a swing, you know what I'm saying? She's like, can you slow it down, please? She's like, man, you've been on this swing for a long time, and now your daughter comes over with a broken arm, you're going to tell me to slow it down, but my daughter can't enjoy her time. So she started yelling at my wife, right? So she's yelling at her, and then she starts saying, man, don't talk to me like that. And she's like, so you know, females, I go back and forth. She starts recording her with my daughter right there. So my wife smacks the phone out of her, and the lady punches in her face. What's the reaction out of that?
Who was recording?
That lady right there in the green and the white. The one that punched my lady in the mouth.
Okay. So which one's your wife?
This one right here, the one that's a little hyped up right
Gotcha.
now.
Okay.
That's why I don't want you to talk.
All
It's a little
right.
hyped
So
up.
anyone can record. You can't smack someone because they're recording. If you're
That's what I'm saying.
public
That's what I'm saying. She's punched her. All she did was just smack her phone. Like, don't hit like the phone. So she went down and punched her in the face.
She
got
hit
my
first.
Yeah, she got a bloody lip.
Okay.
She hit first. She smacked the phone.
From the explanation given, the issue itself was not something that should have led to physical contact. Disagreements happen, especially in public spaces, but how they are handled makes all the difference. One important thing to understand is that recording in public spaces is generally allowed. So reacting by trying to stop someone from recording or hitting their phone only makes the situation worse. But instead of jumping to conclusions, officers chose to hear from the other side, and that gave a clearer picture.
She literally punched me from here to there, and I didn't do anything. I only was, just because she was hitting this lady, I don't know her, okay? I just saw her start calling her names. I only got involved just because she started calling her name. This lady was on the here with her family, and she came sitting next to her.
When the other side explained what happened, it showed how quickly things escalated over something minor. It involved children, a shared space, and a misunderstanding that turned into insults and eventually physical actions. Going as far as using harsh words around children and creating that kind of environment was not appropriate. At that point, officers still gave her a chance to explain herself, but instead of using that opportunity to clarify things, she reacted in a way that only made things worse.
They got hit first.
No, that's how we know it's all bullshit.
Right. You can't hit me,
I didn't hit you.
and then I hit you back. That doesn't. That is the person.
That's not a person. A phone is not a person. Why are they recording my 10-year-old daughter? Let's be real.
We've gone over this.
I didn't
Anyone
go.
can
I
record
get
in
you
public
wrong, but
property.
at the end of the day, it's in her face and her daughter's
Babe, I'm ready
face.
to go. This is why I didn't want to
And this
stay
guy
here
that
on the
he's-
legal
It's
terms.
public property. Ma'am.
So I wanted to leave.
Ma'am.
So I wanted to leave because I'm not from here. I
You
don't
have
do
to
this
stay.
shit. I don't do this shit. What's
What's
corny is me staying here.
Can you
That's what's
stop
corny.
Please? Like, he understands what I explained to him already.
We
You're not
don't talk to
listening,
these
babe.
people. Stop. No, fuck out of here.
When she realized the situation was not going in her favor, she tried to walk away. But walking away during an active investigation is not acceptable. At that point, she had already been identified as the primary aggressor. Changing the narrative or avoiding the situation does not remove what already happened. Acting that way in front of her children sends a message that conflicts can be handled with aggression, which is not the right example. Her continued resistance left officers with no choice but to take action.
I'm asking you.
Battery.
So battery of what? Battery of what? Battery of what?
Baby, stop.
What did I do?
Stop.
Battery of
Stop
what?
moving.
Battery of Battery of what?
I talked to
Give me my
her
rights.
because she
Battery of
was
what?
back
Hold on to the fence so we can get her out of this area.
Battery of what though?
pacing back and forth. She has not left this area.
Battery
She
of
has not
what?
left this area. She's
Take
not
my
left this
keys,
area,
babe.
though.
Pay time. Take my keys. She can't have my keys.
Everything on you stays
Wait,
with you
so
right
my
now.
kids gotta stay?
Ma'am,
You're
stop. What are you
my
doing?
kids need their keys. They
Okay,
gotta go home.
everything on you stays on you until we
Two white
search you.
boys. Two white boys. Break my shoulder again. Break my shoulder some more.
This was another situation that could have been avoided if she had remained calm, explained her side, and followed instructions. Things could have ended differently. Instead, insisting on being right and resisting officers only added more consequences. Under battery laws, any intentional unwanted physical contact, even something as simple as striking a phone out of someone's hand, can be considered an offense. So the action itself already carried legal weight. Beyond that, resisting an officer during an active investigation can lead to additional charges, even if the initial situation was minor. At the end of the day, she was taken into custody and charged with battery and resisting arrest. Now let me ask you this. Do you think situations like this are more about the initial problem or about how people choose to react to it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.